No.
5 games.
They are about maximum value. You pay the bro tax, you get your bro tax's worth of video games.
Yep.
And so what we want to see is a calculated loss out of the pros here for game number 4, and then move on to that game number 5. Who'd have first pick going over to DRX. They will be on the red side with that one. And so Poppy going to be taken away from Gideon, of course, one of his favorites. These bans have already changed. Rumble to be taken away, but the Jace and the Malphite.
Ja, Malphite im Chat, ja, ihr seid sehr nette Menschen alle.
Yeah, so we'll see. I think as well, the fact that we talked about earlier, some of the picks that are often being heavily banned in phase 3 have already been through.
Wo sagt mein Song was?
You know, like the Ori.
DRX Coach. Words win.
So I think at this point, so much pressure on the red side to just take the brunt of the bans. We saw in the last game, you know, DRX picked red side, and they had to ban Jace, Varus, Rumble.
Immortals,
Now
boah.
DRX are kind of just twisting the knife.
Yeah.
This time they did ban.
Hätte ich dir nicht mal sagen können mehr.
But now they banned Zoe, so Jace and Rumble still sorry,
Für 21.
available.
And so is the Malphite.
And Malphite. So Jace and Malphite available. And Bro have to kind of decide, do we ban one, give them the other, or do we just trade them in this situation?
And the worst part is if you trade them, doesn't the Malphite just like play into the Jace extraordinarily effectively? In theory, if you do just engage every time.
Well,
Ist nicht von One Piece oder so? Ja, die Background-Musik ist von One Piece.
Jace be a lot
Also,
more successful
bisschen abgeändert, aber ja, ist One Piece Musik.
So he does have more early pressure than
So, was gehen wir denn? Zoe ist raus und Poppy ist raus. Wir sehen neue Champions oder wir sehen einfach Syndra.
Yep, Brock Willow.
Hallo drinne.
Yep. Brock.
it's been debated.
Brock! Hell yeah, okay. Malphite gonna be locked in. I mean, I'm excited about it. It is 0% win rate so far here in the LCK.
I mean,
but we'll just have to see whether Willow can make something of it.
So Malphite's obviously been nerfed on this patch. We haven't seen Malphite be super successful in the LCK yet. But obviously it has been having success in scrims, no doubt, based on the fact that it's still being permanently banned. And this is game 4.
Ja, ich will
I've seen a lot of the top tier junglers take
ja, passt.
You're going up against a Sejuani. I think you're pretty okay with putting a lot of stock in.
Kalista, Renata und Lucian haben hier auf den Wuhu, cool. Ich freue mich.
So difficult to match up.
Akali Sejuani 1-2.
He was thinking, I don't want to deal with Akali. I'm going to fly up in the air.
Da Rakan.
By the time I come down again, she's already dead.
We'll see whether that's going to work out here. They could just lock in the Lovers duo here as well. I think Rakan is, with all the champions that have already been picked up, pretty powerful in this spot. And so they are just going
Ich mag Malphite.
Honestly, Rakan's stock has been really low.
Mal schauen, wie die Comp von Bro aussehen wird, aber ich mag Malphite.
Yeah.
There's been a good few angles where he's kind of been overlooked. That being said, I think Rakan can be great in a lot of spots. Sometimes Xayah Rakan as a duo can end up a bit weaker just because Xayah's short range can make it uncomfortable.
Jorik.
This is kind of fun, splitting the map here.
Ich glaube, die sollten auf jeden Fall Caitlyn bannen.
Teamfights into a
Glaube ich. Ich glaube, DRX sollte auf jeden Fall Caitlyn bannen.
Pretty good idea to me.
Yeah, another big question for DRX is how are you going to match these side laners, especially when a lot of the picks that maybe can handle side lanes comfortably, you know, have been taken away.
I guarantee. Do you know what I guarantee?
What you guarantee?
I guarantee that Yukal is going to play Ghost Syndra. And Wolf, we might even hear him from here. He'll be so upset about it.
Yeah.
I think that's all I can really think about in my brain right now. As Lucian going to be taken away, we're going to thin out the bottom lane pool here on the side of DRX. Understandable. Teddy still with a few champions that he
verdient so eine LCK Couch, kein Schimmer.
Towards that bottom side, namely the Fortune. I'd expect a ban onto that one because he does have a lot of mastery on that champion on the LCK stage. And Twisted Fate going to be taken away from Yukal here.
I think it makes sense. They're banning away like the global champions, especially with the fact that Ryze, Talia already gone.
Yep.
Really, like, we are playing the map wide, and we don't want you to interrupt that.
Well, see what the angle is going to be here as the last ban does come through. Hopefully, they've done their homework. I'm expecting that Misfortune ban to come through, but instead, the Lulu going to be taken away. I don't know whether Lulu really...
Ich will Caitlyn sehen.
Be able to perform very well in the lane, and so wanting to deny that, but instead, I mean, it could just be Ashe Seraphine.
Ashe Seraphine, honestly, could make sense.
Oh, never mind, Kalista.
I'm not so
Warum Kalista Renata?
Fight, if I'm being honest. But maybe you want to go Kalista Renata just to try and have a lot of presence in lane.
What about Rakan mid and then pick away the Renata?
glaube, der Jackspick ist nicht mal so... Honestly, der Jackspick ist nicht mal so geil.
in the notebook.
Okay. Save that one for later.
Die ist also gut in Lane, aber Teamfight-technisch sieht das nicht so geil aus, auch gegen Kalista Renata.
So whether they can make that one work. It doesn't necessarily farm that well in mid lane. Oftentimes when you have a 1-3-1 composition, which is what Bros comp kind of looks like, you do want to be able to have very reliable wave clear in mid. But there isn't a lot of that still remaining. So the Jack's going to be locked in here as Yukao is not thinking about the Syndra. Somewhere Wolf is like, I still don't like Victor, but I like it more than Syndra. At least that's what I'm expecting.
Yukao might just go for the Victor. I mean, in terms of teamfight power, DRX have it in spades. Not going for the Renata, but going for the Elise.
I think it's Renata. It's got to be.
Ja, Renata Last Pick, aber...
You want the disengage. Okay, so strong 2v2 bot lane.
Ja, ich mag den Draft von den Bros nicht so sehr diesmal.
And then it's more about playing the map wide, because I think the 5v5 definitely DRX are favored.
Oh yeah.
Can they execute on the back of this composition? Can you play around? You know, you have the Sejuani syncing up with the solo laners having the stack and passive.
And this is
like you need. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like the jungle matchup. This is something.
Ein kleiner 100er Streak, lecker.
Did an umpty, I'm pretty sure, earlier on in the LCK Cup, and that is if they pick Malphite, you just pick another tank, and then you get to mitigate it a little bit because if you ever meet in the jungle, like he's not going to be able.
Die Bros haben Jorik lost. Ruhe.
Meaningful damage to.
Es liegt nicht am Jorik.
Once he's used all his buttons, he just kind of dies.
Yeah.
But anyway, I interrupted you like 3 times, so continue with your thought, Ops.
I was just going to say, you know, getting some early momentum and being able to just pull ahead, play through your side lanes, have the Kalista Renata lane be strong, definitely valuable. I honestly feel like you're hoping it's a weak soul. If it's a weak soul, you can just continue to play, you know, in the side lanes and not have to group up for fights. That being said, if you do get ahead, you know, this Akali can be a bit of a menace on the back line.
Yeah.
I just worry for the Kalista in the 5v5. You know, if you have Rakan...
Ja, Kalista gegen Malphite Victor.
There were some other options that Teddy could go for, but a lot of power here. It's going
Mal
to
sehen.
be game 4.
Zweiteres Perfection.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Onto the rift for the 4th game of the series, hoping we can make it to the coveted 5-gamer. We'll see whether DRX can actually do that. One of the oldest Malphite skins there in the Glacial Malphite, I'm pretty sure. The name of that one. And DRX, I like this composition if Bro agree to teamfight. The problem is I think Casting is never going to teamfight. Him and the Maiden are just going to be hanging out in the side lane, ripping up these turrets. I do have to say, if Bro fall behind, I feel like this comp will just fall apart.
Ja.
Yeah.
Teamfights, glaube ich, am
I
Playable.
honestly see a situation though where if they
Mal
get
sehen.
ahead, they do just run over the
Oh yeah. It feels
Haben 63k ausgegeben. Oh oh.
This game feels like it could just go in that direction.
Oh oh.
Especially with things like Akali. This champion, just especially with Gunblade and how big of a spike it is, you've seen games where it's just been so obnoxious when it's gotten ahead.
Oh yeah. Doran certainly welcoming us to that one. As Dew and Andal probably going to be very safe as this game goes on, but right now not going to be winning any lanes. And as we can see, Teddy and Namgung with full control. Only 1 minion being picked up so far by Dew, but we'll have that wave Conga lining in.
I think that's
Wenn ich dir anfordere, dann Follower, bekommen wir wieder 500 Points. Nein.
threat
Hat er
next to
Juicy.
trades, so
Du darfst subben, dann kriegst du mehr Punkte.
Teddy and Namgoon just can't completely disregard your damage in the extended trades. Like 100% confident they can do whatever they want and they'll just win off the back.
Große Spieler Prime League, ja, bis 20 Uhr.
They can trade in return. And also, you have the healing.
20 Uhr bis 20 Uhr 40. 20 Uhr 40 bin ich offline. Oh, weia.
Just gonna have to flash.
This
20 Uhr 40 bin ich offline, aber surely sind bis dahin beide Series durch.
I think Rich took a lot of damage and then realized he was about to die and so flashed.
I think that's a good assessment.
That's a guess. But, you know, been here a while.
Yeah, I think Andal having the Gleaming Quill so he can just sustain up. Because
That's
a lot
a
of
good point.
harass helps a lot as well. So, not a lane you're going to win, but definitely a lane that you can survive.
Well, that's what they're trying to do right now. It isn't necessarily winning as far as the CS numbers are concerned.
Und mit Tier 3 gibt es noch mehr, ja, krank,
They're
ne?
too worried about it at this point in time. Not
Krank.
too far behind is going to be the aim of the game. As we've got a bunch of wards going down. Fey lights being lit up all over the place as Gideon. They know that he's here. Namgung is still just going to walk into this brush. standing on a ward, and they are actually very aggressively positioned. As Battle Dance is going to be there. Handshake comes down as Namgung's in a little bit of trouble. You mentioned the feathers. They were getting
Handshake definitely reused.
a little bit of danger there. Holding onto the summoner spells is pretty important as big electrocution out of Roma. Finding a great trade here at level 4.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Willa's clear is, because that's something they did nerf, was the damage to monsters, his W, and his E damage as well, so...
Oh, there's a big Battle Dance engage as Namgung has to flash out of the way.
That's a good start.
Yeah, it already used the heal as well. So this is a big moment here in the lane for DRX.
Yeah, getting those sums of Namgun. I mean, the heal's already down, getting the flash there. That's what you're going to look for. Now he can't play nearly as aggressive if that's down. And Rich actually has a level advantage. Still down flat.
Top-Level wird fucked sein. Also theoretisch, I mean, es ist halt ein Pre-6
From DRX in this game.
Yeah.
Malfight, das heißt, da geht wahrscheinlich nichts, aber ja, durch die Gule, ich wünsche, wir würden nochmal Top-Level Wave sagen, aber ich glaube, durch die Gule ist die Wave einfach nicht so geil jetzt. Casting.
Connecting a fair few buttons. DRX being able to answer here towards this bottom side is certainly a good sign.
Ist gerade Berserk. Ja, irgendwann mal.
Damage onto Andor is now the flash has to be employed from Jiu.
And just like that, they are back in an uncomfortable position.
Yep, there goes. Glad we had our big conversation about DRX's bottom lane doing okay because it didn't last very long.
Yeah, trying to find a window there. Bit of a misstep, bit of a... Especially from Jiu, trying to find the feathers, and they kind of just went all over the place. It's tricky as well in the Clist. If you're going aggressive, quite hard to set them up, as obviously she's jumping from side to side. So, Summoner's Bin and pressure awarded to Bro, and now Teddy with the Berserk Greaves, even more of a problem.
Yeah, he's going to be hopping all over the place. Rich just fighting against ghouls right now, which is looking very frustrating.
Fighting his demons.
Yeah. And Roma, here in this mid lane, pretty comfortable, actually ahead in farm for a couple of moments until that wave is eaten. As Rich will have his back interrupted. Ghoulie wall goes down and has to use a ward actually to get out of it. A little bit worrisome. Level 6 now gained for our solo lanes across the board. Oh dear, the giant cat lady joins the lane, and that should be plates going down. As all right, that's
So, Trade-off Bot.
Here is Namgung in a little bit of trouble. Willa just fighting.
Es wird wieder für die Botlane Crap gegambelt für Level 6 bei Junglern. So disgusting. Er muss flashen. Oh, Villa.
Flash does have to use it to get himself out of here.
Oh, Villa.
On the back foot once again.
That's the thing with the Malphite, you just kind of...
Oh, Willa.
Before level 6.
Drake sogar weg.
In matchups, like, you can trade well, you have a lot of burst damage, and the attack speed slow is quite nice, but Sejuani just really doesn't care. And the fact that she has her Q means she kind of always chooses a fight, right? If for whatever reason she doesn't want to opt into the fight, she can just dip. You can never do that, though. You know, she'll jump on you and then stack up the stun.
Yeah.
And you're either flashing or, you're getting locked up, so...
Another couple of camps though, and Willa will be level 6, so that's something. First
War eigentlich nicht so gut, oder? Ja. Willa fand ich sogar ziemlich convincing in den ersten Tiers.
the ultimate haste.
Honestly. Gideon bin ich nicht der größte Freund von.
When you pop your ultimate.
We've seen that a fair bit out of the couple of Malfights that we've seen. It's not a great sign though for DRX as far as the history of this champion, as Rich will be able to knock down the Ghoulie wall, but casting otherwise very comfortable with how this one's going. Just creates a lot more things to hit for Rich in this lane. As level 6 has been gained here, so that unstoppable force is available for Willa. I'm a bit worried for this game number 5. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like the bros are in a really good spot.
So far, we'll see. We'll see. Definitely, bot lane's been going good.
Yep.
Aber sie Gule Tanky halt der Jorik, weil die Gule sonst komplett useless wären. Für wen sind wir hier? Keinerlei Preference.
We'll see whether they even do, because we've mentioned that they do kind of want to play side lanes. It's going to be the best thing.
Bro and Brew? Really? Wow, surprising.
I know, it's weird that the bros would opt into not fighting. But that is likely where we are. But no, it does work out very well for them. Oh dear, the Wall of Cats gets the flash out of Rich.
Manchmal wird später besser.
Counterpick.
At some point kann der Jax einfach im Gesicht die Maiden töten und dann ist es fein.
Yeah. And this wave is going to get shoved in, so he has to cancel that back. And oh, the sound of the cats getting hit by the turret is just not great.
Nee, wirklich. Wir hatten das so letztes Season, hatten wir das doch immer, oder?
Like, it's not just like the fact he's obviously having a bad time on lane, but just constantly hearing these meow noises.
Yeah, and he has to be the one that does it as well, otherwise the cats will get him. As Teddy bouncing around, they are looking to try and focus the Renata, but that means that Teddy is just having the greatest of times.
Yeah, it feels like they get a good trade on the Renata, and then Teddy just jumps forward like, okay, my turn.
Yeah.
That's like the consistent way this has been going, and I think it's starting to get to the point where Teddy...
Er spielt so schlecht er kann? Okay.
Well, let's see whether Willa can actually get this ultimate out and do something. Baylight does get set up once again by the bros, so I think not an angle at this point in time. Does complete the Zeeks as Willa on that back. So still looking for some sort of fight to break out. Oh god, just getting pummeled.
Yes, it's Maria.
Casting
Flash double?
Yeah, I mean the thing is,
maybe?
yeah, there is the Counter-Strike.
Yes, it's Maria.
But
Yeah,
still so dangerous.
I don't
Still,
have
Willer is
sheep.
coming on over.
Probably not. But a lot of pressure afforded.
Yeah. Well, that is going to be Gideon locking down that grub. One apiece. There's now Namgung moving over. Roma, first one to get into the river here. As that is going to be Gideon securing grub number 2.
Gideon winning on grubs?
Oh man, this is so dangerous for DRX.
Yeah.
Well, we just have a gentleman's agreement. Still 1,000 gold lead for the bros with how well these lanes have gone. But no first blood just yet. Zandil going to just dash away. Somehow, neither of them touched each other. Even a little bit. And Yukao completes the Rod of Ages. I think Rod of Ages is a great item for a game like this. Or a series like this, to be honest. As things are taking ages, just in general.
Yeah, really are.
It does bode well for a Xayah composition, in theory. I feel like she does do a lot of damage at 3 items and things like this.
Yeah, for sure. And it is a short-range composition, you know?
Yeah.
She will get a lot of value in the 5v5.
You say will. Maybe it's can. Oh, good PS there from Teddy. Does secure the cannon.
I'm just manifesting the 5-gamer.
Yeah, beautiful. I love to see what you're doing there. Well, DRX going to look for a little bit of a reset angle here.
Machen wir noch Sorgen den ersten Fight für Bro. To be honest. Mal schauen. Mal sehen. Aber Damage-wise, DRX, die brauchen. Die brauchen noch ein bisschen. Vor allem mit Rod of Ages, Victor und so. Der braucht noch ein bisschen.
Has had infinite control.
He has taken a lot of plates, though.
That is a very good point.
He's taken 3 already at 10 minutes.
I mean, you just wait until Rich gets his fishing rod towards the enemy turret. It's going to be great. As now Willa has discovered Gideon. Okay, there is the engage right on top of the Akali.
Oh, weia.
Out of the way. Hostile takeover needs to get flashed there by Willa as well. And the Arcane Storm goes down, but it's more defensively used than being able to fight.
Sollte trotzdem Drake bedeuten für die Bros, right? Weil Roma hat noch TP ab.
Feather recall is going to be enough.
Roma TP, Drake down.
Moving over. Gideon waiting for this Drake to spawn. The longest first blood that we've had has already been eclipsed. As Rich going in really doesn't want more of his plates to go down, but guess what, Rich? More plates.
Wow, Rich wird verprügelt.
That's how we know.
Und er geht Dusk und Dawn first. Aha.
Focus purely on the macro, not the just the bloodthirsty kill chasing.
This is not a barbarian's game.
Yeah.
This is a thinking man's game. Zandil is thinking about trying to dissuade Gideon from going in onto this dragon. There is no unstoppable force as Fate's Call is going to come out.
Willa, was machst du?
Willer is likely to just
Willa.
from Roma. Not going to debate the name of that one right there as out goes Jiu, has to use the flash.
Willa.
They lose out on the Drake and they lose.
Oh mein Gott, der Turret ist Minute 12 weg.
Disaster.
Yeah, they're just falling apart.
Yeah.
Also, so schlecht kann das Matchup nicht sein.
Wrong with his entire passage of play. I think
Take us through some of it.
It all started with when they burned 2 of their best team fighting tools in the Malphite ult and the Rakan ult on the Akali.
Got it.
With no damage to speak of and no realistic way of killing this Akali.
Got it.
And the Akali also had TP.
Right.
So they committed just insane levels of resources to try and chunk Roma out. Roma just TP's back.
Es geht Jorik nach Botlane und holt da die nächsten Plates. Kann nicht sein.
And Willa has
Das kann nicht sein.
Zeeks, which is an item based around your ult.
Yeah.
So then he wanders into the dragon with only Zeeks. again.
Jorik ist absoluter Bully. Nee, Jorik ist auch ein Lane-Bully, aber ich glaube, dass also ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, dass es ein Bully auf Level von, wir nehmen jetzt 5 Platten im Gesicht vom Jax ist. War eigentlich das Jax Counter-Matchup at some point. Ich weiß nicht, ob im Early Game, wahrscheinlich nicht, aber irgendwann ist Jax auf jeden Fall ein Hardcore-Matchup. Hardcore-Counter-Matchup.
Thank you.
You have 2 carries, you have a Jax in the top lane as well. You kind of need
Das bedeutet aber auch, wir haben Zeit für
really to
wahrscheinlich 400 LP heute, wenn ich mich gut anstelle.
this early on is a little bit too tanky, just to blow up. So I think she had make treads there,
Ja.
or at least had a null magic. So
Gültig.
not ideal, not optimal. And now 2 dragons in pocket for Bro, and it's
So, was eigentlich für ein 800 LP Grandmaster?
Yeah, that's going to be a tough soul to deal
Grüß
with.
dich, Max. Was für 800 LP Grandmaster eigentlich?
Much of anything at all. Ich
schwör, wir wollen die verarschen.
A little bit of an ulti from Willa.
Grüß dich, Trophy.
We actually get one as the flash out from Naungung is going to be.
Oh, Teddy. Oh mein Gott, Teddys Instant One-Shot. Oh mein Gott, Teddys Instant One-Shot. Und Jivo lebt.
Rich in the backline looking for casting here as it's a trade evading
Boss.
but there's the unstoppable force from Willa.
Doch, GG. Was macht Andel?
Gets on in there once again as
Alter.
Oh dear, could this be the attack?
Okay, trotzdem Game 5.
Again. He's found a decent angle, but
Bis heute das Schwein? Hell na, bro.
a bit of damage. And Roma's not going to quite be able to get it. So,
Still in there.
one team fight by DRX, evening out the scoreline.
this was better. This was better. You know, they had their tools in the fight, managed to connect on some good targets. Teddy did not get to play the game.
He did not.
Hätte er Zeit für 60 Mann für WoW, für was denn? Guck mal, für was sollte ich jetzt noch WoW spielen? Das ergibt gar keinen Sinn.
Value of the rock, though, because
Legit. Jede Minute, die ich jetzt WoW spiele, ist Zeit wasted.
to kill us
Haben nichts gegen Victor. Ja, die haben nichts gegen Victor, glaube ich. Und
The value.
auch nichts gegen den Jax, wenn wir mal ganz ehrlich sind.
Teddy managed to dodge away, good flash to not get hit by the quickness.
Auch wenn der Jax am Feeden ist, aber die haben nichts gegen den Jax.
Gets jumped by the Jax and basically one shot.
Ist noch besser 5 danach? Nein, 1 am Tag.
I believe Andal.
Was macht Andal?
Gentlemen, there it is. Teddy pulls out the sticks and down goes the Rakan.
Buddy system.
WoW ist schon cooler als League. Hey, Bro.
Tool.
Yes.
Erneut, warum sollte ich noch WoW spielen? Ich werde an dem Raid so oder so nicht teilnehmen.
When
Das,
you get
also,
you just dash to them. Really effective.
weil es an dem, also es ist an dem LEC-Sonntag. Das wird nicht passieren.
Yeah, that's one to pick up here.
Der Raid ist an dem Sonntag, das heißt, weder ich noch Tolkien werden da teilnehmen.
Crystalline overgrowth. As Rift Herald being taken right now. Willa doesn't have his ulti for another 6 seconds. As Handshake is going to go wide 4. Ticking down. They do manage to take it. And so Willa now just looking to try and kill Teddy. There's the unstoppable force just to gap close.
Guys, it's not.
Yeah.
That's not how you, it's not how you use that.
No. Wow.
Sie ist für den Drake wieder ab. Glaube ich.
Guys,
Müsste.
Malphite has been banned a lot. Okay, we haven't
Yeah.
had many chances to play him. We're still learning what he does.
Will er überhaupt gewinnen? Ja, gute Frage.
Kind of wishing he was still being banned.
Oh, his W got interrupted by handshake. That's kind of sick from Nangun in the picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
That's how he died. But again, buddy system would have saved him. Not much would have saved us from what we saw on our screen from the Malphite ult, but
I'm really hoping we don't get a replay. Thankfully, there wasn't much.
Ja, Maverick ist wieder ab für den Fight.
It was just Andal.
It's okay.
falling down. Okay, yeah.
Doug.
All right, Coach Voice for the bros here. Just saying, great job. Now put Akali top lane, take Herald, play around Akali, okay? That is basically what they've said.
Good strategy. Akali is very strong right now with the upgraded Merc Treads and the Gunblade completed.
Yeah, and just accelerated in general.
Yeah, this point of the game, because the thing is, there's so much magic damage on DRX.
Ja, Ulti wieder ab.
Everyone
Ja,
is
2 Jahre Apollo, so.
you.
Was habe ich am 28.01.24 gemacht?
Well, I mean, why not? Bin did it.
Wahrscheinlich wie ein DJ Solo gespielt, ich Idiot.
In they go. Hostile takeover comes.
Oh, Roma in der Backline. Oh, wow. Schön von Roma. Richtig geiler Fight von Roma, Mann.
Do about it. And now,
Endlau noch zu. Oh, oh. Oh, die Victor-Ulti.
and everyone melts. Hands of the Victor. Wow. It's
Game 5.
house here. Victor's full of
Ooh.
chances, and down will go the Drake. DRX, welcome back to the series. No, I see you took a bit of a timeout. I'm glad you decided that you wanted to play the game.
Boah.
See the Malphite value. There we go. That's what you do. You just
Look at
hit.
the pro fans. They're like,
Yeah.
wait, that's
Drunk.
what Malphite does?
There we go.
I thought that ability was a gap closer.
It's that simple. You just hit everyone with your ultimate. And you know what?
Eigentlich geiler Fight-Start von Roma.
I don't think anything else really matters. Jiwoo gets eliminated immediately. And Rich is waiting over the wall. Oh,
Boah.
Malphite ult.
Lecker.
Counter-strike. The Arcane Storm. And then obviously the Arcane Storm.
Oh, Andal, that was beautifully
Not
played as well.
It's not upgraded yet, so it doesn't do the thing where it becomes mega, unfortunately, but it does enough. Yeah, it is.
Rod of Ages into Death Cap second.
Okay.
Yeah, I get Dusk and Dawn really cool with Jax, but you are so heavy AP now with your composition by going AP Jax here. Your only AD champion is...
Yeah, they're making sure that they don't build any armor so that Geo can do so much damage to all of them.
Okay.
That's what they're doing. You remember like the old Karthus strategy? Make sure that there's no other AP on the team so that the Karthus does as much damage as possible.
Okay, but when Akali kills your Xayah at the start of the fight like last time and has to
No. That may not necessarily happen.
Okay, okay.
Although it's likely to happen.
Okay.
And has been happening.
Yes.
But if it doesn't happen...
It was a good fight. Look, it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Just do that again. And for bros, don't stack up like that.
Yeah. Well, Glacial Prison goes down. It's going to connect onto Andal, who battle dances out of the way.
Guys, remember, you can play side lanes. That is a feature of your composition.
The bros agreed that they are going to fight. And fight is what they will do. As the Rift Herald goes down to this mid lane, let's see whether that is going to be able to get a charge, and it certainly will. So Shelly gets a little bit of value, and Geo will be able to secure the 25 gold. There it is. Nicely done. Now, gold advantages on DRX all over the place here. And if DRX gets to a Mountain Soul, it's game over. That's just GG, I think. I don't think Roma is able to get through that. Especially when it's a Jax, you know, and oh my goodness. That'll be pretty absurd. Speaking of Jax, Rich going in here, teleports to across the board. Here is the maiden.
Wir sind am Punkt angekommen,
A monster. Maybe this is why you play the AP Jax.
wo du nichts mehr machen kannst.
And Roma, I don't think he's going in onto that one as the maiden survives.
Tot.
No,
Tschüss.
50 gold over to Yukao.
Ja, nichts geht mehr.
I mean, it's doing very good in the 1v1. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I reckon there's something to be said for the power of this particular Jax build. Very magic damage heavy, though. You're exactly right.
Concerns there, but you know, it just puts a lot of weight on Jiwoo's shoulders. And he is at least playing Xayah, so you have safety tools.
Yeah, he can bounce into the sky.
Rabadon's completed for Yukao.
He is a real fan of second item Rabadons.
He is a big fan of Rod of Ages Rabadons, it seems.
Well, I think on the Victor, I like it even more. You do like having a whole bunch of AP. And Jiwoo now just parking himself in this mid lane once again. 3-0-4 though. This is the dangerous thing, is that Yukao, he is now very accelerated and also has a decent CS advantage as well. He's now parked in the top lane. And DRX.
Aber in Game 5 sehen wir dann spannende Champions, oder? Was Neues?
Yukao's gonna get his upgraded kill.
Right?
I mean, I assume he might have it already. And then if you get kills, the ult becomes mega.
Yeah.
And he's 2 levels up on Roma. I know one of them is from the Rod of Ages, but still, he is very far ahead in that regard.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Anders geht ja gar nicht.
Expecting a 1-level advantage, but
So ein AP-Jungler. Wie wär's? Diana Game 5.
pulls back some feathers, but is otherwise not able to find
Diana Yasuo Game 5. Wie wäre es? Wird kein Game 5 geben? Boah, ich glaube schon.
Then what does your comp even do?
Ich glaube schon.
Not going to get hit by the grand entrance. As he does go back in. Willer over here though, 2 items complete. And DRX just probably waiting for this Drake to spawn. Look to lock that one down as Glacial Prison does go a little bit wide. Everyone has the keys to the doors at this point. And yeah, Rich is a menace. These 2 items that he's complete really has put him over the edge, because you can see that wave shoved under the inner turret. There is just no way that Carson can really fight back, as the Rock has discovered the Akali. Roma will be able to get himself out of there.
I mean, the thing with the Jax is you have crazy AP ratios, and with the Dusk and Dawn, you proc your ult passive so quickly.
Yeah, this is kind of absurd. And it's working very well. So we'll see what else he's going to be putting together here. But right now, it is a very frightening selection. And Teddy clears out the wave. Roma has a Shadow Flame now, so second item is now complete, but the second item is a little bit less good than Yukao's one, who does have a very dangerous hat. Blighted Jewel also there as well, building towards his first bit of armor penetration. It's exactly the same build as what he put together on his Ahri. And last time, like the first game, he copied the Rise build. Interesting. I don't know what it means, but it's interesting. Gideon, now on a ward. Rich has moved over. He's already started off this dragon, taking matters into his own hands. Let's see whether the bros can actually find themselves a team fight. It's not what this composition is built for, but it's what it's going to have to do to deny this dragon from going down. Now, good flash handshake does.
Ja, so viel Hard Engagement, das bringt. Also.
Is decent. Andil down already.
Oh, wait, Roma hat Rich rausgeholt. Wait. Oh, Roma. Oh my god, Rich is tot. Wait. Is it happening? Is it happening? Jorik is OP.
He's going to be able to pick up Gio, and this time, at least Gio has survived.
Jorik is OP.
Whether it's actually going to win it out as the Featherstorm goes up, but he doesn't have the other option. Teddy's taken down. Oh my god, he lost for such a long time, but it's the bros in the end that reign supreme.
Finding exactly the fight they need, the flank.
So, direkt in die DMs von Tolly. Wie OP ist Jorik, bitte? Wie OP ist Jorik, bitte?
The opportunity to find a good engage.
Wie OP ist Jorik, bitte?
There wasn't a
Und ich kriege einfach Nash. Oh mein Gott. Ich weiß nicht, wie Roma... Also Roma hat den Teamfight richtig OP gespielt. Ich weiß nicht, wie er es geschafft hat.
Easy was obvious, but here, everyone was split up to the side. And Roma was such a threat.
Yeah.
On the back angle, decimated Rich on the
These
back line.
are getting look. I don't know whether Andil is going to be able to do enough.
He's a Rakan.
Yeah, he wants...
Although Rich is not a Rakan.
He is not, and he is looking to make his way in. That is going to be the first kill on an Namgung. Now a teleport forward. Roma is in a lot of trouble. Leap Strike is there, and I think Roma should be going down if, yeah, Yukal finds the Death Ray. So 2 are dead in exchange for the Baron. I don't know whether it's necessarily, if they take the Maiden, it's definitely worth, but the Maiden survives with 100 health.
You know, we've obviously talked about Baron being worth less, but I do think the Baron buff has value on the bro position in general.
Tolly wird so gewutködert.
We'll talk about this fight first. So the problem is,
Tolly wurde so gewutködert.
In all honesty, the two doesn't connect though, that would have probably just killed him, but he still ends up super low.
Schaut euch diesen Jorik an. Geil. Wie sauer ist er? Also er hat auf jeden Fall angeschrieben, in Caps Lock zu schreiben. Und das ist eigentlich mein Ding.
To follow up when Teddy flashes out. Okay, we're just fine.
Bros are going to back up their jungler as Gideon is difficult to kill. Willa not looking quite so much as he does ult his way out.
That's geil.
Yeah, so Baron power play doesn't give us much gold, especially because people died. But let's talk about what you can get.
Geil.
No, we're fighting.
Yep.
Toll. Toll. Sowas erfüllt mich mit Freude. Oh, aber ja.
Yukal makes his way back. These minions, even with the Baron in power, still going to melt to the hands of this Victor.
Yeah. Carly doesn't have it, but if you get casting in the silent, you should be able to pick up that bot top pretty easily, get some extra gold in the pockets. Got to bear in mind as well, it's 3 dragons to bro.
That's what I was just...
Okay, aber die Bros sind immer 1000 Gold behind.
It's going to be such a big deal. Because a 1-3-1 composition needs to have dragon control. Otherwise, it just doesn't work.
I mean,
and so they have it.
If you get the next dragon, you get that Mountain Soul, you know, you start stacking up some MR, you can become really hard to deal with.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that Teddy is going to start building more defensive items at this point in time. And so he is not going to be necessarily one-shottable as this game goes on.
With send value, it would be pretty big.
Yep.
Wie würdest du auf Jorik bauen? Genau so, nicht anders. Jetzt einen Heilbreaker noch reindonnern.
Teamfights to close out this series with the very unexpected 2-1 scoreline. Gideon moving on over here as Roma does find the Shuriken backflip onto Willa. Yukal is there though. Pretty scary is this Victor. A minute and a half on this Dragon. Andil going in.
I mean, Yukal, level 16, Roa, Rabadon's Void Staff.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Can't really ask for more, to be honest, at this point in the game. He is strong right now and pretty scary.
Pretty good item spike. And Roma is still looking for his magic penetration item of choice. Should be getting that one relatively soon. Alongside the Shadow Flame, he will be still executing the bad guys. Rich wants his Zonyas.
Wits End wann?
What he's going for.
Nein. Er geht DRX, aber Heilbreaker ist auch solid.
You do get, because they were down quite a bit in levels, and you get comeback XP from it now. So I'm not sure if that came into play, but they definitely have caught up a decent amount across the board.
Ooh, one thing is, the 3-item spikes have come in for the 80 carries. I feel like Gears are better. What do you reckon?
Jiwaz is pretty good. Doesn't have any pen yet, though, but there's not a ton of armor on the other side.
That is being demonstrated. Like the guy with the armor.
Yeah.
All right, once again, bro, it needs to be a pincer, right? Because otherwise, you just get ulted and die. They learnt about this earlier on. They played really well in the last fight. As now Rich going in, looking for casting. Andil doesn't quite find the angle, though. As now Will is the one that's in trouble.
Willa.
And once again has to ult away.
Well, Flash rausbekommen bei Yukal, I guess.
Willer as a result.
Und Will hat keine Ulti. Das heißt wahrscheinlich Soul.
Willer that low, no ult. Does have the flash, but it's so hard to get back in again.
I'm pretty sure that DRX knows that they have to fight for this because Mountain Soul is so difficult to deal with. Let's see whether they can actually get in. There's the
Oh, Gideon ist fucked. Gideon ist nicht fucked. Roma in der Backline ist so OP. Und Jiwo ist, glaube ich, tot. Oh, gut von Roma. Oh, schön von Roma. Nimmt den AD Carry raus. Okay, er nimmt nicht mal das 50-50 für den Drake. Das kann nicht sein. Das kann nicht sein. Das kann nicht wahr sein.
Pivotal there as Casting still wanting to take this fight, and back they will go, and Casting, oh, he gets healed up, but the Death Ray is going to be enough to help take him down. The handshake to say, no, we don't want to die anymore, and we can understand the bros will walk away.
Rich getting so much value in these fights on this Jax.
Oh.
It's causing so much disruption in
Teddy, du hast Ulti und Flash, aber was ist passiert? What happened, son?
He's popping this. You see, he ends up coming in here, and Will is super low, so it's really hard for him to approach. Teddy gets disrupted here. We get Rich jumping on top of him. Teddy's super low. Zonya's to buy time. Roma here.
Oh, dann geh doch für das 50-50, Gideon. Bitte. Raw Dog das 50-50 hier einfach, oder nicht? Ohne Spaß.
And then Gideon is like, oh, I actually have to leave. I don't have
Oh, Mann, ey.
So Dragon gets secured. And then the fight should be over, but bro ended up overstepping, losing. Okay, we're still fighting.
Why are we always coming out of... We're coming out of, like, replays into Gideon's spot at this exact spot.
Guys, what is a side lane?
I think it's the little alleyways on each side of the map. Oh, no, that was a rhetorical question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Damn it, every time. All right, 2,000 gold is the approximate lead here for DRX. They have themselves two of these...
Ja, einmal Damage, aber ich glaube, die hätten aber Raw Dog können. Einfach 50-50, wenn du merkst, das fuckt schon. Aber Hindsight, of course.
They can make this one work as Teddy beginning to build those defensive items. Yeah, Giu's also decided, I want some defensive choices as well. Will mean that his Lord Doms is a little bit later. And Rich was thinking about heading towards that.
Roma, hat der Void fertig? Immer noch nicht.
Yeah, Power Recall gets him out quickly. He was looking for a flank angle.
Es ist so fucked, oder nicht? Zweier Level der Head, Victor, untouchable.
That is a large level discrepancy. And also, like, the experience bars are the same, so it's exactly 2 levels ahead. It's kind of ridiculous. Namgung, it's going to be difficult for him to join this fight, but Willer is also alone. Hostile takeover will connect onto Giu once again, but he gets cleansed. Will be able to get himself out. Good McHale's there from Andil. And there it is! The unstoppable force gets into the backline.
Wait. Pause. Shot of Roma in der Backline. Pause. Oh, die kommen nicht auf Yukal drauf. Oder? Kommen auf Yukal jetzt drauf. Pause. Gibt's ein Reset? Gibt kein Reset. GG. Game 5.
Execution, he cannot win the fight. Namgung and Roma, the last ones left standing.
Full HP, Victor.
I can hear it already. The Silver Scrapes is beginning to sound as DRX walk up the mid lane.
The power of the 5v5, the Malphite going in, catching Teddy, and he's trying to do his best to fight his way out of this situation, but there's just not enough that can be done.
Well, we'll see whether the Broma can do some absolute heroism here to save this game. The health bars aren't exactly the highest, but Giu is at full health right now and has the Featherstorm available. I'm pretty sure this is just going to game 5 right here. Yukal going to go down. The bailout is not going to be enough.
So eine Kacke.
He is just going to be icing on the cake. Never mind, he'll survive, but the Nexus will not. And